65 degrees out on the last day of November. What's up with that? We're at Cuivre River. We're going for a hike. Well, it is not quite 65 degrees yet, but that is the projected high on a Friday in November. That's just crazy. It's supposed to get up to, I think, 70 tomorrow. And that's just wild for the end of November. And here I was hoping we were going to have snow by now. Go figure. Global warming. I blame Al Gore. But I'm out here at Cuivre River State Park. I'm hiking on the Lone Spring Trail. And we're just enjoying the outdoors. We're going to work on a couple bush classes perhaps, and just generally bum around. So stick around. This tree's like a shining beacon of fire tinder. It's hairier than a 70s porn star. All this stuff right here, it's all very dry. This would all be very good tinder. I had a couple ideas for a fire today. So I'm gonna leave this, but this is what you want. Nice, dry stuff like this. Back to the trail. Just to give you an idea how close this this park is to people. There's the boundary line right there. I don't know if you can see that. And there's a house right there. I'm kind of concerned that I was off trail, but because I haven't been on this portion of the trail. But you can see the yellow blazes right here. And there's another one right there. This is the trail, and there's a lake down there. Don't know if you can see that. And then there's another lake over here, and there's a couple structures. Don't know who they belong to. And there's like a little pavilion. Let's go check that out. That's the lake. The GPS says on the other side of the lake, somewhere over here, is the Shady 8 Ranch. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's over there, straight across from me, which you probably can't see, but there's I see a road with a gate on it, a couple blue signs, which I believe are the borderline markers for the state park. So, but unfortunately I still see yellow blazes up here by the trees. So I don't know where the trail actually is. We're just going to kind of have to make it up as we go along, I guess. This looks like it used to be an old campground though. There's a bunch of water spigots here, and a garage in that building probably was like an outhouse or something. I mean, the road gets used. There's tire tracks. They don't look that wore down. Old chair. These are old keep trucking around, see what we can't find. Alright, so we got 2 blazes on this tree, and there's another yellow blaze further down there. But there's no trail because it's all lake. So there's a road, or what used to be a road, that goes this way. That probably goes over towards that gate on the other side of the lake. There's like a little levee there. But, I don't know if you can see that, but right in there is a state park boundary line. So I think I'm actually out of the state park. So I'm just going to kind of backtrack the way I was. There was a, it was what I think is a connector trail, so I just kind of mosey around, you know, but it's, again, here's blazes. Say to go that way. They've been doing some restructuring out here, and I haven't picked up a new map yet. And my old map is probably sitting on the floor at home. When I brought it up to put it in my pack, my son was looking at it, and I probably forgot to put it in because I can't find it. But I'm in no worry of being lost. I have a trail. The highway's that way. That's about all I need to know. It's a beautiful day. Who cares where I'm going? Alright, so we got a yellow blaze on the tree. We got a sign over here that shows the trail, yellow blaze. And then we have this right here. And the white trails are connector trails. So I'm guessing, actually, I guess this would be the white. And the browns are regular trails. So, according to this, the regular trail goes this way. And I just came from there, and it dead ends out at that pavilion. But this is supposed to be a loop trail. So I'll just go this way. It's a little navigational tip here. I know that regardless of what trail I'm on, I'm headed roughly in the right direction. I know that the campsite I'm looking for is on the northwest portion of the park. Now the map that they put online is a little it's kind of a little misleading unless you orient it, because they give it in a landscape piece of paper, but east is pointing up, so you actually have to turn the map, if you will, so you orient correctly, and north is pointing up, so you have a better idea of you know, where everything is. But the sun is over here on my left, and it's about 11:15. So I know that approximately, if I keep the sun on my left hand side and towards my back, that my right hand side is roughly north, approximately. So that means that if I'm moving with the sun on my left, this direction is going to be west. And to prove that, let's see if I can get in here. To prove that, we'll look at the compass, and that's pretty much west. I don't know if you can see that or not. So that direction is the direction I need to go. So just a quick little navigational tip. It's not 100% reliable, but if you pay attention to your surroundings, you have a general idea of what time it is and where the sun is, you can kind of roughly get an idea where you need to go. And sometimes rough is all you need. So there you go. Navigational tip from Spiffyguy. So I continued following this trail west, and what do you know? I've come across the campsite. The campsite is down there. But I know that at the bottom of this little hill is a spring. So I'm going to go down there and grab some water. Not that I need a bunch to boil, because I brought some for drinking and stuff. But I'm going to need something to put the fire out after I make a fire. So we're going to follow the trail down to the spring. It's a chain attached to a tree. What's the other side attached to? A bench. Really? Is that what we've become? That we have to chain a wooden bench out in the middle of nowhere because somebody will walk off with it? Ridiculous. Alright, here is the spring. Here's my shadow. Here's the spring seeping out of the rock face here. And that goes along here. Got a lot of algae in it. Like I said, I'm going to boil it. It's mainly to put out the fire, so I'm not really too worried about it. This little creek, though, that it creates, it goes along over here and heads back that direction. And I believe right before that ridge, moving right along that ridge, is the Cuivre River. I think that is the actual Cuivre River. If not, it's just another creek. But it's moving a little bit more over here, so I'll probably grab it from over here. And I'm just going to fill up the Moore's pot. I'll show you that real quick. I'll fill up the Moore's pot and then just carry it on back. And all the stuff that I had in the Moore's pot, I put in my handy dandy stuff sack. My alcohol stove and cup, spoon, that sort of thing. I'll stuff that back in the pack and fill up and keep moving. So this is the campsite. It's not too bad. There's a lot of little dead trees, like that one right there. And that one right there. It's pretty tall. But there's decent enough trees that you could hang a hammock or put a tent over here. When I came out here last time, it was in January. The zombie squad was doing their winter bug out here, and they had tarps and tents and all kinds of stuff set up. So I'm just prepping up the fire. I'm gonna just make a small one. It's kind of windy, so I cleared out all the leaves over here. I'm just gonna make a real small one. Cook up some Bannock and boil some water, I think. And that's about it. So I'm gonna collect up some firewood and get to it. Alright, so I got the camp all set up here. I got those rocks set up. I'm going to put a rock with some Bannock on it in the middle. There's where I'm going to put the fire. There's where I'm going to hang the Moore's pot. And there's some of my prep. And hopefully, it's kind of getting windy, like I said, so hopefully this Bannock cooks. If not, well, we'll try. Alright, but I got something I'm going to try as far as tinder, so let's check that out. Alright, so for tinder, what I'm going to try is this stuff right here. Some people call it Maya dust. Essentially all it is fat wood, sawdust, if you will. And I was messing around cutting down a piece of fat wood to fit into a container. And I thought, well, maybe I should just save the sawdust shavings and try them out. So that's what I'm going to do. I just used a Swiss Army knife saw on it, and you know, got it all sawdust up, if that's a word. So, like I said, it's kind of windy here, so we'll see. I'm just going to kind of do the log cabin thing, which is a Bushcraft USA bush class fire lay. So we'll just kind of pile this up here and get it going. I thought those twigs were going to go up a little bit better than that, so moral of the story, have more tinder. So, but I'm going to let this kind of burn down, try to get some coals going. And like I said, I don't want the fire too big because it's kind of windy, as you can see. So over here on this side, I don't know if you can see it, over here, I'm going to put the rock with some Bannock on there, so I'm going to make that up. Alright, so my Bannock recipe is 1 cup flour, a couple tablespoons of brown sugar, some raisins, about 2 teaspoons of baking powder, big old pinch of salt, and that's about it. And I carry it in a plastic bag dry, and then I can add the water to it and mix it up in the bag, and then either use a spork or you know, a spatula I can carve while out in the field, or you know, just turn the bag inside out, kind of use it as a glove, and put it on whatever you're cooking it on. There's a little bit of flour left in there. I still need to mix it up a little bit, but and then when you're done, you just zip up the Ziploc, and no mess. So let's put it on that rock. So I wash this rock off, let it dry real good, and see if we can't put this Bannock on there without getting too messy. I don't think this rock's gonna hold all of it, but that's all right. I'm not that hungry. Kind of flatten it out a little bit. Stretch it out. Bannock. Lots of raisins. I brought a bit much. I had a friend that was coming, but he bailed out. Action plan, you missed it. We're gonna eat that. And there you go. Get the right consistency, it won't fall off the rock. That's the hard part. I still have a little bit left. I can make another one if I wanted to. Well, this does take a while to cook, but the water is boiling. And let's take a peek in there. There's the Moore's pot, and it's getting there. Certainly going to be digging this pot this winter, that's for sure. And we're just going to cook that up. So stick around. You see the fire's pretty much died down, and I'm out of wood. That must mean the Bannock is done, and here it is. Sounds pretty good. It took a tumble at one point into the fire. It's got little ashes on it, but that's good for you. Well, the fire's out, and we're gonna leave this little campsite a little bit better than I found it. Found a couple things I'll pack out with me. Not sure what that is. I'm thinking some sort of tent fixture. I don't know what it is. And then this is a pack towel. This is like a real deal. It actually says pack towel on it. These things are like 40 bucks at REI. All they are is a ShamWow. But we'll pack those out and head on out. And it's about 2 o'clock. So I'm gonna head back down towards the spring, and then we'll continue on the loop back over towards the car, which is way over there. So maybe a couple miles. So stick around. So I'm walking along the trail. You probably can't even see it because of the leaf litter. And I catch something out of the corner of my eye, and it just goes to show how things like signal mirrors really do work. There's this tiny little aluminum metal tag on here, and it just was shining. It says KM18 or KW18. Don't know what it's for, but I did see another tree before I got to the campsite that had some sort of metal object, and I didn't look at it. But it just goes to show you that reflective items like a signal mirror really do catch the eye. So, you know, you should carry one or some such sage wisdom like that. Yeah, that's what I mean. So this is Highway KK, and this trail, as you can see, crosses over, goes the other side, and there's 3 more campsites on the other side. There's the one that I stayed at in my Cuivre River camping adventure back in January, and then there's 2 more. One's on top of a bluff and the other one's in a valley. But this is the connector trail that I thought I was on earlier. So that one trail that went back to the lake is not on any of the maps. I don't know what it is. Maybe they got new maps. So I'm going to stop by the visitor center just to see. But all the old maps have letters on the connector trails. All the connector trails in the in state parks in Missouri are white. They're kind of trying to standardize, and they used to have letters here and some had numbers, and they're kind of standardizing across the board. So all the maps that I have of this place all have letters, and as you can see, this is connector number 7. So it cruises along there, and I can actually see through the woods past that truck that's coming by my car. So apparently it wasn't as far as I thought it was to back to the car. So either that or I walked too fast. One of the two. And that's a big burl. Or whatever that is. Holy moly. I like big burls and I cannot lie. Well, we're coming back up to the road. So this appears to be the end of the trail. Dum dum dum. I think there should be a rule against having nice early fall, late spring weather, but have winter hours. The sun is already really low in the sky, and it's only 20 to 3. And I think there's only about an hour and 15 left to daylight, and then the sun's going down. That's just kind of ridiculous, I think. I appreciate you guys watching and you know, coming along on these trips. So until next time, you guys take care. Little doe here. I'm just on the way to the visitor center. Thought I was done filming. Looks like a doe. You better watch out. There's no hunting in this state park, but next weekend they are actually doing an open hunt. It was by lottery, I guess. You know, people had to sign up, or I don't know. He's a little guy though. He doesn't care much about me though, that's for sure. Better run, buddy. Better run. Bannock.